So this is another one of a very successful number of campaigns that Safe Harbor and Crime Stoppers embark on to address these volume crimes, offences that we see across South Australia. This is a really important one, fundamentally for two reasons. One of which, no theft from shops is ridiculous. This does affect small and medium-sized enterprises, and of course it affects the viability of the ability for these smaller enterprises to employ more people. But not at the least of which is the importance of every single worker that works in retail to be going to work and feeling safe. We know that many small and medium-sized businesses are putting measures in place and have been for a very long time now to ensure the safety of their workers. That's important, and of course that's really important to continue. This is a campaign which is firmly focused on ensuring that shop theft is minimised and is done so to ensure the safety of all workers that work in these retail outlets. I'll ask Nigel to speak next to the members during the presentations.
Thank you. Here we are in the mall, and organised crime is operating and shoplifting in this precinct. So this campaign is all about giving retailers, small, medium, large, liquor outlets the ability to report those criminals, okay, by Crime Stoppers, and then let the public take a role and identify those people of interest, okay, allowing police to investigate and potentially prosecute. This is the second tranche of our campaign, and certainly liquor and also the safety of workers is a key element of that campaign. So we're looking forward to playing our part as a charity, supporting Safe Harbor and the SA government in terms of looking after workers, okay, retail, small, medium, large, and also hotel and the liquor industry, of which liquor is actually a high commodity that is easily stolen and then often by organised shoplifters. So we'll play our part and look forward to the campaign. Sure.
Sorry, so how will it work? Say there's a theft, will the business contact police, give them CCTV, and police give that to you? Is that how? And then
Yes, that's how it normally works. One of the issues around shop theft is many businesses won't report it. Therefore, if it's not reported, police can't investigate another reported crime. So this is the ability for shops, one, to report incidents, submit CCTV or footage or imagery to police. That will go through due process. Often, sometimes through investigations, those persons of interest are identified. If they're not identified, Crime Stoppers can play a role in posting their images and allowing the public to anonymously report the people that they see in those images. And that is a key value proposition of Crime Stoppers. People are very simple as they can report who they know without actually being found out about their identity.
And you've done this before, how effective was it last time?
Well, I think we had over 62 images of shoplifters. Now, shop theft, 60% of shoplifting is done by 10% of shoplifters. Many of them are organised in terms of doing it every day. So the people that we posted are doing it on multiple occasions. Out of those 62, we had over 20 identified in a short space of time. And then that is given over to police and they go through their investigation. Many of those individuals are probably being investigated not only for that incident, but for other incidents as well.
And if some of those people had themselves in the work?
We did have one person walk into the Adelaide police station and basically turn themselves in and ask for the image to be taken. So it is a strong campaign, and we're here for Crime Stoppers to help retailers, be them small, independent, medium or large, okay, to kind of fight back, okay, because shoplifting is happening. Much of it is unreported, and we can play a part to make safer Australia.
Allocating any additional resources to this task force to deal with the online
Well, I know Crime Stoppers, from our point of view, we're allocating resources in terms of giving this campaign process. And really, if you're a retail worker, you have to do that. Now, one of the biggest issues is how do we identify shoplifting that's happening across retailers here in Adelaide? We can play our part to allow people to be identified and they can make that report and make that report. Police can talk about their resources and bringing to the crime service point of view. We are a charitable entity, we're not the police. And so our resources go in terms of engagement, digital content, basically making the public aware that we'll have a website dedicated to posting images of suspects and they can make those reports via crime service in office.
Individual shops bring their own local change outside their own intelligence.
Yeah, well, I'll let police talk to individual shops posting their own content. For us, it's about how do we partner with the police to build the investigations.
Acts of aggression, abuse, sexual against previous one. Staff safety is that someone who may be drug affected or carrying a weapon and then be able to escape. It's probably not the situation.
Is this sort of a way of getting the community involved? Obviously, police are already under a lot of pressure with the high volume of crime being investigated. Is this a way of bringing the community in to essentially help police, help the community? So, people put a report and then you don't have to go out and sort of track down these people and find their identity.
This is just another avenue for us to help our investigations. So we're supplying images from investigations that we currently have to Crime Stoppers where we've investigated that matter and we're now seeking the community's help to identify these people. So we've done our investigation and we're still not sure who the suspect is. Please have a look on the Crime Stoppers website and help us identify these people. We know from Operation Measure, which is a retail theft campaign we've run over the last year, it's not just shoplifting. Whilst we've been doing this, people have been investigating for a series of thefts, basically about firearms, drugs, arrested consumers for trespassing and other matters. So that's the reason why we're focusing in our effort is high harm offenders who we target.
In your experience, what sort of percentage of arrests does this sort of operation result in? Are you expecting that a lot of the people who are reported and their photos put out there, that 90% of them will be arrested or charged? Is there a sort of figure that you're expecting?
Probably not a figure, but what I would hope is if we're getting those nominations, that we're able to join the dots and have a successful outcome from that investigation.
Do you expect that most of the people who are reported and investigated will be sort of identified and arrested?
Every nomination that comes in is looked at and followed through and forms part of the ongoing investigation. So every tip that's submitted, police will look at and will continue their investigation based on the information that we have.
Oh,
they selling them on? Are they using them themselves, or is it too sort of hard to say?
Some of the more organised people find that it's still they're selling privately into the marketplace, or they're stealing to order, and some items are being exchanged for other things, particularly with liquor. We know that that's a high harm item in stolen that causes a wider impact on the community and can be sold on the vulnerable people or engaged with the asset.
I wonder if these things they do seem to be
We have had some members involved in this offending, as for what's their motivation, and
And are police allocating any additional resources towards this operation, or is it sort of being brought into the general umbrella?
Yet we've been using existing resources from our districts and just directing people to specific duties to follow up these high harm offenders, and the reason for that is that we'll then drive down on ensuring that
Do you suspect it will act as a deterrent as well for people if they know that they can be so easily named and shamed?
I would hope that that is a deterrent. If anyone is thinking of crime, your image may well be posted up on this phone group.
even if they're but if they like
Say that depending on what point of investigation.
I don't know if this is a question for you or the council. I just wonder how effective the legislation and use of offence has been. I don't think there's been any
Sorry, can you just...
Sorry.
Thank you.
I know that people have been charged with legislation. It's something that's really important to help the support. No, I think we'll cover off the answer. There's been a number of charges. Of course, none of those matters are before the courts, but what I can say is that the special laws to ensure the safety of retail workers is paramount to this government. That's why we're proud to see special laws protecting retail workers. They are often they're often the front line of social behaviour and any law that protects retail and hospitality and other frontline workers is a good law.
I just have a question for the inspector, if that's okay, just about another topic. How vital are tracking devices in place when it comes to locating stolen vehicles and those who have stolen them?
As you know from overnight, the vehicle was reported that had a tracking device. Emerging technology is something which is able to help police. If we have the ability to track the vehicle and know where it is, that will often track it without the use of a police machine, which will lead to a safer. So more technology is emerging. It doesn't always have to be built in. It doesn't definitely not
Would you advise members of the community to sort of look at perhaps installing one of these devices or having one of these devices in their car as a means to police and assist themselves as well in getting their car back stolen?
Yeah, any crime prevention measure that we can implement will help reduce the incidence of crime, will also help us recover stolen items, not just related to cars, but any other goods of definitely prevention.
And can you just elaborate on the point about how it sort of leads to a safer arrest? Obviously, police don't have to pursue these cars in perhaps high speed pursuits. I know that they get terminated if it becomes too dangerous, but just the easier and safer way to retrieve them.
So having the ability to track a vehicle means that we can position ourselves in a way that we're able to safely resolve it, and it means that the suspect's not able to know that we are aware of them as well. So we have a little bit more time to safely resolve it.
I guess like the citizen's arrest question, would you